Guys, today we're here with Wolf Cran and we're speaking to Stephen and we're speaking to Philip, who have very kindly agreed to give us some of their time. Now, both these guys are veterans of the industry. I know they're pretty youthful looking, but you've done your time, haven't you, boys?
Yeah, 20 years in the crane industry for myself.
Absolutely. Now, you sort of started out on site as a crane operator, I think, back in the day, and you were
Yeah.
back in 2005, and you started as a slinger
Around
signaller.
2006, so 18 years and counting, maybe more than that. Yeah.
So it's safe to say you boys did your time out on site.
Yeah.
Just going back to being a crane operator, and I know it's quite self-explanatory what a crane operator is, but from my experience in lifting operations, I always think actually is, whether you're a lift supervisor or an operator or a slinger, you're actually wearing many hats. So tell me a little bit. If I would say, really, what is a crane operator as opposed to just lifting things off the ground? What else is it?
For me, a crane operator is the person that is effectively constructing the building from the beginning when you're coming out of the ground to putting the roofing slabs or balconies into the building at the end. You are operating a £1 million machine, lifting up to 16, 20, 25 tonne in weight at a time. You're taking instructions from your slinger signaller or your lifting supervisor. You're briefed every day by an appointed person or a lifting supervisor to get you ready for the day. You do your checks on the crane, make sure it's all okay for your day's work, and then you sit yourself in your nice warm cab.
Yeah.
Put your kettle on, make a cup of tea, and then you take instructions from your slinger for the day.
What sort of skills or qualities does a good crane operator need to have?
You need to be a good listener. If you're good on a PlayStation or an Xbox, the skills are transferable over to operating a crane. You've got to have good depth perception in understanding where your hook block is to what you're picking up. Attention to detail.
Nice, well, fantastic, thanks for that. And so a lot of the guys that watch this channel are sort of maybe on the cusp of thinking about doing their training. A lot of the time they're sort of trying to make the decision between, should I start out as a slinger? Should I start out as an operator? Now, you both sort of dabbled in both of it. What would you say to someone that, is trying to decide where to start?
I would say you just go straight in. So I think slinger would be a very good point to start. It makes you understand the crane.
So you would say, if you're new to lifting operations, start as a slinger?
Start as a slinger.
Okay.
You start off as a red card, and with some experience, you can upgrade to a blue card.
Absolutely.
And with that, you begin to understand more about how crane moves and a lot of crane operations. And like myself, that's how I started.
You actually also touched on something that I do like to talk about, and it's one of the most common sort of questions that we get, and it's talking about red cards and blue cards. And as you guys know, there's a bit of a stigma in the industry around that. Now, I think there's sort of two camps here, right? You have the guys that realise you've got to start on your red card, that's the only way in, and they're going to do it no matter what. And then you have the other guys that go, but if I start on a red card, is it worth it? Now, just straight up, what advice do you have for someone who's on a red card? And, can you confirm, of course you can get employed on a red card. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. I think there are particular projects that are specific around wanting that level of experience, but we have to understand, or the industry has to understand, that to gain that experience, you have to start somewhere. So there are businesses, companies that will take them on because, again, it's about nurturing the future for our industry. Because if we don't, we have to rely on other sources for labour to build buildings.
That's actually a really good point. I won't keep you guys too long because I know there's lots of people here that want to speak to you, and you're a very popular exhibit here today with a big, beautiful tower crane. I don't know if you can see all of that over there, but one final thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is the future of the lifting industry. And I know you guys have got some pretty exciting tech going on over here. So would you like to lead the way and show me what this is? Oh, this way. Wow, look at this. This is an exclusive. Thank you. Wow. So this is the operator's cab.
In this model, you see a comfy. We've got different panels and control video models. So this is a block cam videos, and we've got zoning system that helps the crane operator, especially for the zoning system. It prevents collision of cranes.
Absolutely.
So it helps. These are all are meant to assist the crane operator.
Did you say it's got air conditioning in here?
Yeah. So normally,
look at that.
Some days, can really get
absolutely beautiful. And it's got a bread maker as well, I heard. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, give us a call on the number below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.